Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. And happy St. Patrick's Day for those who celebrate that day. Keep an eye out for the leprechauns and the pot of gold that's always around. So I am David, and as always, I'm coming to you from the inner reaches and the outer reaches of the universe, bringing a vibration through these words to support your day and to take you to the magnificence of you. It's great to be here, as always, to sit with you and disappear into nowhere. So, what I wanted to share today is about the peaks and valleys of this human experience that we lead, the highs and lows, the ups and downs, and to provide a lifting of the lows to come to the level of the highs so that there are no longer any valleys that we get stuck in. Most of those things have to do with conditions and the circumstances of our life. Because in truth, we're always perfect. And as we have moments of joy and excitement and awarenesses of our magnificence, we fly off into places unknown, into dimensions that far surpass this particular limited one. And we are on cloud nine because we received what we truly, truly desire to receive: an awareness of yourself. And then there may be conditions and circumstances that make us lose sight of that experience, lose sight of the magnitude of it, something so grand that nothing should ever touch it. Nothing should come in front of it until the next grand thing surpasses that. And yet, in this human existence, it goes right to the front of the queue. So today I'm bringing that low place up to the high place so that it no longer exists, and there is no low place and there is no high place. There's only the top of the wave. Under every condition, under every circumstance, the top of the wave. We're going first class all the way. And most of this has to do with us not recognizing our own mastery. And we get pulled down into a focus about ourselves and about the circumstances that we are in. And we lose sight of who we really are, what we're capable of, what we do, all day, every day, behind the scenes to help support and assist beings in all life everywhere. So stay in your mastery. Stay in that place where you know yourself as a master, one who is not affected by any circumstance, not pulled down, and rides the top of the wave with ease, I might say. Most of those conditions are around money and health that drag us down. And because everything here is tied to money, it becomes the focus to eliminate all problems and get on top of the wave. And even our health may seem to require money. But we know you could be a millionaire and still not be happy, still have conditions. So it's not that the money will change you, it's that you're already on top of the wave and no condition can affect that. And so many of us see the things that appear to cause us suffering, and we see the solution as having a different financial existence. And even though that's true, we must find that perfect existence beyond any condition. And you can think of money as a man or woman that you'd go out on a date with, and you'd say, oh, they're kind of fickle. Not sure I want to continue that relationship. But the relationship with magic and miracles is the one you'll settle down with. And magic and miracles is the only relationship that you need. It looks after you in every way, financially, health-wise. There's nothing that it can't repair or solve. It's not fickle. It's always there, always sees you, never lacks anything. Whereas money cannot do that for you. The magic and miracles is the source of the money. We've all been at the end of our rope financially. And for most of us, that's been our whole life. Because if you're like me, you give it away. And yet, somehow, through magic and miracles, things are provided. And that experience and that awareness is the greatest gift you can have, because to have a relationship with magic and miracles supersedes any relationship you can have in this physical plane regarding support, abundance, or lack thereof. So feel the low road moving up. Feel your connection to magic and miracles under every circumstance, and the low road moves up, meeting what you might call the high road. But there's only one road, the road where you're beyond it all. And that's on top of the wave. I wrote these words. Sometimes you wonder how you got where you are at this moment. It is a part of our destiny. I never longed for anything in this life that just felt normal to me. Of course, I thought everyone else was the same. It was not until I got older did I realize and see the problems and suffering that was in most people's life. I think if there were no longer any people suffering or any problems, I would disappear into the void of nothingness from whence I came. I finally realized that all I am here to do is show everyone that the world of perfection and the world of no problems is real. And I realized that I have been transmitting that since my arrival into this physical form. So each time that I sit here and speak to you, my only desire is to do that very thing. I am not more special than anyone. I am just being me. I was brought here to the Advancement Center to be near Robert Young. It is not about the Advancement Center, although it is a magnificent delivery vehicle and platform to give light and awareness of each person's sovereignty to the world. But it was about what Simeon and the masters knew I would do with what he was going to give me. It happened, and it was always going to happen, even if he was on Mars. It happened because it was time for it to happen. And now I have a far greater awareness of what I was doing without awareness, which brings another level of power to what I deliver. It is not about any other person getting any credit or having an elevated position. It happened this way because it was designed to happen this way. This is not a path that anyone else should try and follow. It has never been about having to be near the light or even hear the words of someone who has the light. All things are perfectly orchestrated, and you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Not because you needed a person to save your life or be your guru, but because it was time. And each one, when they are brought together, are able to do what they were designed to do, not as one being greater and one being lesser, but both and all being fulfilled. allowed because of what was destined to happen in a connection that gave each the opportunity to do what was made for them to do. And all are happy and all are fulfilled. And none has to do anything but acknowledge this truth without comparison to any other. There might be only one person who hears these words who will be taken where they need to go. And if that happens, I have done my part. Everything is orchestrated, and everyone will have an opportunity to step into their destiny at the perfect time for them. There is never an agenda to bring anyone anywhere. You're just doing what you want to do. It's like growing up and loving to play baseball. Every day you wake up and go play baseball. You don't go to play so that you can make friends or have people like you. You go play because that's the only thing you were made to do. And with that energy, you're not trying to prove anything to anyone. You're just being you and doing what you came here to do. And when that happens for everyone and brings with it the removal of all comparisons and validation and hierarchy, everyone will be free. This is more beautiful than anything you could imagine, and it affects all of humanity. It was said in the Bible that many are called, but few are chosen. And I always wondered what that meant. Many can hear the words, but only few are chosen to be somewhere to support that. It's not good or bad, it's just wherever you are, if it feels like playing baseball, in that analogy that I just made, you're where you belong. You don't need to go anywhere until you feel a signal to go somewhere else. That's all we're to do. I've come to 2 or 3 moments in my life, and they've been the only 2 or 3 moments where I was pulled out of my life to come be somewhere else, something that I would have never done. And I didn't know why I was coming. I had no agenda. I was just drawn there. And then it becomes clearer as time moves on. And we don't know those 12 disciples, how many of them were aware of who Christ was until much later. It's like you have a CEO and then you have the marketing director and the financial operator. Those three know the vision of the CEO. The others are hired to support, facilities manager, maintenance, but they may not know the full vision of the CEO. Only a few know that vision. And maybe at some point later, they begin to know. So no one needs to do anything. It's like hearing a song on the radio and it moves you and you think, I got to go to the concert and see them live now, but only if it's pulling you there. Because you could sit all alone without any music and hear a song and you're moved to another place, another reality, seeing another aspect of yourself, and you never have to leave to go anywhere. So enjoy where you are, enjoy what you do. Listen to the signals that come into you to move or to support or to stay. Because none of these moments are accidents. They've been orchestrated for thousands of years to bring me to this chair at this moment to say these words to you. And who could have known except those that it was given to know? And it's the same for you. It's another level of awareness. Feel the lens widen, your view expand, and know that there's something much more happening in your life than it appears. And know that there are no more valleys, that you're on top of the wave. I found the door. There is a door that exists behind this physical world. It is always open, and we step through it 1,000 times a day. We enter through the door that we don't realize is a door, so that just as quickly as we walk through the door, we turn around and walk out. This place that exists on the other side of the door is our true reality, where we really live, but our visits there are so fleeting that we don't notice that is where all the action is happening. By action, I mean all the magic and miracles. Everything that is truly happening is happening first behind this door. It is then brought into your physical world to produce the miracles that you already knew were going to happen. If you remember what you saw, heard, and did through that door, the miracles that happened in the physical become a confirmation for what you did on the other side of the door. It's been there all the time, and now the secret is being revealed. Healing, abundance, freedom, joy, wisdom, peace, and everything that you ever needed is happening on the other side of the door. Now you will begin to pay close attention and watch, listen, and feel. For when you feel that message, that feeling that comes from nowhere, even though you weren't even thinking about it, you are in the real world on the other side of the door. Think back to all the times that this has happened in your life. For that fleeting moment, you were in the real world. So now we know, and we will go along in this physical world enjoying ourselves while looking and waiting for that signal to come and take us home to the real world until we can be there all the time, or at least know of its existence and no longer be surprised by its presence. Feel the freedom for all humanity, No longer will you look for the answers in this physical world. No longer will you see yourself as one who is trapped here, but you will feel the real world that is on the other side of the door all around you. Your twin that sits at the right hand of the Creator, and all those that support you are right through that door. And they are orchestrating it all, sending you random signals and messages so that you know how it all works. But we were missing their communication for so long, but now we can hear them clearly by knowing that they are right here with us. So when someone pops in your field and they are having physical challenges, you are actually healing them or participating in healing them. It is what you do behind the scenes and how things are orchestrated on another level on the other side of the door. You might be led to do something in the physical world, but if not, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is see that you have done it and it is done. These thoughts come out of nowhere, and that's how you know they are real, because you weren't looking for them and you had no awareness of it until the very moment that it entered your field for you to play a part in a miraculous but normal event. Fall into your connection with your twin and the beings that support you in the real world. Feel the existence of this real world all the time and watch how quickly you disentangle yourself from this physical world. It is still a secret world, just no longer a secret. And there is so much fun to be had there. We have just entered an awareness that will change our life and every life on the planet. This world that I speak of will make itself clear and present to whoever is ready to see it. No force, no coercion, and no expectations, but the door to the secret room has now revealed itself. And as with all things, it is your choice to walk through it. This all came to me as I was busy doing some activity, minding my own business, and the thought of healing someone just popped into my awareness. This thought was the farthest thought from my mind at the time. I became aware that what I was seeing was happening at that moment, and I was there taking part, and that place and what I was involved in was more real than where I was in the physical plane. I then flashed to seeing that in every moment like this, my whole life, I was being pointed to the real world behind the door. Answers to questions, random and possible remembrances, other healings, things that we've done thousands of times. But this time, I saw the door because it was time for me to see it. I'm not telling you something that is new and that you don't already know, but at the same time, I am telling you something that is new and that you don't already know. I am in that world now as I speak to you. Normally, I am looking in the direction of the faces of the beings that support me, but as I step into the real world, I am looking out with them into the play world, standing side by side with them, shoulder to shoulder, inviting everyone to come and join me. A path has been lit up, and we can now go further than we ever thought we could. Walk with me through the door, for on the other side, I can see the end of a life that we thought was real and the beginning of a life that always was. Cheers as we celebrate this remarkable moment together. Cheers to us all. I found the door, provides the key, unlocks the heart and souls of you and me. Love will learn to sing you home. Love is written in your song. Every man I meet is walking time, free to wander past his conscious mind. Love will come and take you home. Love is written in your song. Do you know, my friend, in what you claim? People of the world all doubt the same, bringing questions of their own. Truth is written in your song. In your song, you'll find the meaning. You're not standing tall. In your song, the light is shining, ever touching all. Never, never, my darling, never you'll be alone. Never, never, my darling, true love is written in your song. Life experiences a passing day. Time will witness what the old folks say. Getting stronger every day. Strength is written in your song. Deep inside your heart, for you to keep, lies a spark of light that never sleeps. The greatest love you've ever known. Love is written in your song. In your song, you'll find the meaning. You're not standing tall. In your song, the light is shining, ever touching all. Never, never, my darling, never you'll be alone. Never, ever, my darling, true love is written in your song. On top of the wave we go. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. And as always, it's so simple to wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. I am David.